There's footage of a black shadow-like entity that was spotted in Orlando, Florida. This actually looks very similar to the ones that appeared in Miami, in Florida as well. If you ask me, these are extraterrestrial biological entities. What do you think they are? Here's another visual that was captured and sent to me a few days ago. The veil was rapidly thinning. So lately, there's been an influx of these pitch black entities that almost look like they're composed of pure dark matter energy. What most people are unaware of is that a lot of these extraterrestrial biological entities or interdimensional beings are actually comprised of pure dark matter energy, which is very synonymous to neuromelanin. I'm gonna play y'all a video where Norman Bergeron, who is associated with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, admitted to seeing pitch black extraterrestrial biological entities that stood anywhere between 7 and 8 foot tall.
There is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Really black.
He said really black.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall. How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got out the doorway. I don't know how high that is, but there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
Black people getting off. This is why they hide the UFO phenomenon.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black
Dark
skin.
black.
Really black.
As the frequency increased and the veil thins, there's been a lot more people noticing shadow apparitions as well. I know I'm not the only one. I personally feel like a lot of these entities are also coming through portals. I made you aware that portals are consistently opening up on our planet, and they're referred to as X points or electron diffusion regions. And these electron diffusion regions pretty much open whenever there's a synchronization of electromagnetic energy and ultraviolet radiation. And besides the portals that open naturally on the planet, we also have to remember that CERN is also tampering with technology. And there was, it was made mention that a fourth dimensional phantom was actually spotted in CERN's super proton synchrotron, where they spotted a shadow apparition literally walking around in one of their devices. This is the scientist that spotted the fourth dimensional phantom in CERN's super proton synchrotron. And it was stated that this ghost actually disrupts the path of particles as they travel at high speeds. So in my opinion, Cosmic Family, I feel like it's some form of celestial guardian that's actually preventing CERN from doing something idiotic to put the whole planet in jeopardy. Now, when we talk about CERN, it actually circles right back to the conversation of melanin. CERN's Large Hadron Collider is trying to actually emulate the function of melanin. If you look at CERN's logo, it's 666, all right? Some of the sixes are inverted. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons is the formula for carbon, which is the base element for melanin, all right? So it's important to know that your pineal gland, which is composed of piezoelectric microcrystals known as magnetites, dendrites, and calcites, primary function is to secrete melanin. All right, Cosmic Family, it's important to know that CERN is trying their best to emulate the pineal gland in a function of melanin. Just like the Hadron Collider has the ability of opening portals, your pineal gland, when decalcified, has the ability of opening portals. It's literally your cosmic gateway to higher dimensional realms. This is why they calcify it. This is why they attack it with things like lead, cadmium, mercury, fluoride, bioengineered, genetically modified organisms, and the list goes on. The pineal gland is literally the eye of God. This is why it's very important that we're sun gazing, that we're grounding, and that we're basically stepping in nature. When we're surrounded by blue light radiation, it actually has adverse effects on the pineal gland because, again, melanin absorbs all forms of light, even light that we can't see. And we are only privy to the visible light spectrum, which is 0.035% of the electromagnetic spectrum, which is less than 1%. So we don't see anything around us. However, your melanin is absorbing all of that. It's absorbing all of microwaves. It's absorbing all of the 5G radiation that's emitted from towers. This is why I recommend utilization of copper bracelets. This is why I recommend things like orgone and shungite. These crystals actually deflect negative energy. When you use orgone pyramids, they have the ability of absorbing negative energy and converting it to positive orgone ether. The reason why they placed us around omnipresent radiation is for the sole purpose of poisoning the melanin. To amplify melanin production, I recommend consumption of tyrosine. The amino acid tyrosine amplifies acetylcholine, which leads to production of neurotransmitters like norepinephrine, epinephrine, as well as dopamine. When you utilize tyrosine, it's going to substantially amplify what's called your dopaminergic neurons, which are responsible for producing neuromelanin. Tyrosine is an amino acid that I highly recommend, Cosmic Family. Within the first week of utilizing tyrosine, one of the first things you're going to notice is an increase in cognitive function and more awareness, sharper thinking, and less brain fog. I do have the tyrosine capsules available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. Another phenomenal tool for promoting healthy melanin production is carbon-60, due to the fact that the base element for melanin is carbon. All right, carbon-60 is 160 times more potent than vitamin C, and it's rich in antioxidants which eliminate free radicals. Carbon-60 is known for its ability to substantially reverse the aging process and promote mitochondrial biogenesis. It literally amplifies mitochondria, which is the battery of the cell, reversing the process of senescence, which is aging on a cellular level. So whenever you go through the process of senescence, Cosmic Family, this is when your trillions of cells no longer multiply. Once they stop multiplying, at that point you notice graying of the hair follicle and wrinkling of the skin. All right, carbon-60 it expedites the process of the cells multiplying, all right? Which means that it basically ensures that you remain youthful. It's antifungal, antimicrobial, and antibacterial. I do have the carbon-60 organic olive oil available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. Melatonin is another phenomenal component that helps strengthen and stabilize the melanin. Their objective to ensure that we're more animalistic is to poison the melanin. They do it through the food, they do it through the air we breathe, they also do it through the water we drink and the things that we consume. It's all to poison the melanin, to make you more animalistic and less in touch with your higher self, right? So when you consume things like melatonin, melatonin is a very powerful antioxidant that pretty much inhibits enzyme activity. It prevents things like hyperpigmentation, all right? It also protects the melanocytes from UV damage, all right? And it basically hinders the DNA from being attacked via UV damage. So when you utilize melatonin, you're gonna notice it's not only something that you can utilize to help you go to sleep. A lot of people know melatonin for that, but it has a lot more health benefits for the melanin than just going to sleep at night. Rest in peace to Dr. Layla Africa. He was one of the first master teachers I heard make mention of melatonin and its function. All right, melatonin is also great for oxidative stress due to the fact that it's a free radical scavenger. I do have the 40 milligram melatonin complex available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.